everyone. Welcome to another episode of GTV. It's me again, Mommy Ginger. Okay, so I guess no, sa mga viewers natin, you'll notice that I'm trying to build my vlog. Yeah, I'm trying to get a lot of viewers. So, syempre, ang una kong gagawin is really to surf, diba? To search online for tools that can help me. And I came across this tool called TubeBuddy. And apparently, a lot of YouTubers use it. So what I did was really study that, but I think I don't know everything there is to know about TubeBuddy. So apparently I saw this person and he's our guest for today. This is the first time that I actually met him. So his name is Rob Balasabas. Hi Rob, how are you?
Hello. Hi, Ginger. How are you? I'm good. Thank you.
That's good. That's good. So yeah, Rob, I sent a random message via LinkedIn because I saw that he was a TubeBuddy ambassador, and I wanted to find out like what this tool is about. So I'm sure no, Rob, with whatever you're gonna say today, maraming matututunan ng mga Pinoys, diba? Mga Pinoy vloggers natin na nanonood. So maybe let's get into it. Maybe tell us more about yourself, Rob, before we start.
Yeah, Ginger, thank you so much. Thanks for inviting me. It's nice to get your message. And yeah, so I like your channel. I love what you're doing there and everything. We were just talking about Taxumo and everything else. So congratulations on your success. My name is Rob Balasabas. I'm here in Vancouver, Canada. I'm the brand Evangelist for TubeBuddy, which is based in the States. It's based in San Diego. So we are a YouTube tool. So we're totally approved by YouTube. We have access to their data, and then we're a partner with YouTube. And so we've been around for a number of years now. We have, I think, over 3 million YouTube creators that use our tool. Yeah. So, and growing, I mean, it's crazy, you know, like with everything that's happening in the world, there's more and more YouTube consumption happening, more people watching videos, starting YouTube channels, you know, all those things. So my job is, is to connect with all of our partners. So all of the big YouTube experts, all the big channels, and connecting with them and really trying to see how we can work with them and partner with them and collaborate with them. And so that's what I do on a regular basis. And then I'm also part of the marketing team here, working on different strategies for onboarding and activation.
Cool. So when you mentioned that you're partnering with people, no? So is this like for everyone around the world, or just for Canada?
No, hindi. Global. So
Global.
everyone.
Okay.
Yeah, everywhere.
In terms of like the Filipino adoption for this tool, no? Siguro a lot of people will be wondering, like, is this something that a lot of Pinoy vloggers also use? Or not so much pa?
No, I'm surprised nga kasi napakadaming Filipino YouTube creators. It was a really big surprise. You know, we watch vloggers from here, you know, the Will Dasovich and the Erwan Husefs and, you know, Juicy Vlog and Make It Happen Vlog and all of these guys. We love watching these vlogs from here because we get to see what's happening at home. And so I started looking them up and seeing if they're using TubeBuddy, and you know, a lot of them are, you know, and it was really cool. And there's a lot of Filipino channels as well that are actually creating tutorials about TubeBuddy in Tagalog, which is really nice to see. And I think that there's a lot of freelancers and virtual assistants as well that are working in the Philippines and helping other channels from Europe and different creators in the United States and everywhere. And so they are using TubeBuddy in the Philippines. And so, yeah, it was really good to see.
So what are the benefits, Rob, of using this tool? No? So I'm sure like I know a little bit, but maybe you can share the benefits.
Sure. Yeah, no, for sure. Good question. So TubeBuddy basically will help you as a YouTube creator if you want to grow your channel, or if your channel is already growing, it's already, you know, a pretty good size. We can help you really with all aspects of the entire workflow as a YouTube creator. So from researching your keywords to understand where your videos fit on YouTube so that you can get views and show up in search and all those things.
Yeah.
You know, creating thumbnails, split testing. If you guys are familiar with the concept of split testing or A/B testing your thumbnails, those are things that we can help with. There's over 80 different features inside of
Wow.
TubeBuddy, so it's kind of so a
Parang
lot of
5
people
lang
only
yung alam ko.
yung most people alam lang nila is the keyword
Miles.
explorer. That's it.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so pero there's like over 80 different features. So yeah, every aspect really we try to make it because YouTube can be really time consuming for creators, you know. If you have a channel, like one of my channels only has maybe 1,800 subscribers, right? And there's probably 40 to maybe 50 comments on a daily basis. And so, you know, we created a canned comment reply, sort of similar to, you know, like an autoresponder, that sort of thing, you know,
Wow.
auto reply. So again, we're just creating tools that will help YouTube creators.
Ang galing, how did you know about this? Like, personally, Rob, like, how did you get to learn about TubeBuddy?
Yeah, so before TubeBuddy, I was working at a company called Thinkific, which is like an online course platform. So if you want to build a course about anything, about cooking, about vlogging, about anything, you would use Thinkific. And so we had the same audience as TubeBuddy. We wanted to go after the same entrepreneurs as TubeBuddy. And so one of the jobs was at Thinkific was to go to the different conferences and different events. And whenever I went to those, TubeBuddy was also there. And so I got to know them, and you know, we became friends. And then eventually they reached out and said, "Hey, Rob, we're looking for this kind of role. What would it take?" kind of thing for you to go work with us. And so that's how that opened up.
Wow, okay. Sige, Rob, maybe we can share with our viewers already, like, some of the uh, features of TubeBuddy.
Sure,
Can you?
sure. Do you want me
Yeah.
to share my screen?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I can give you, wait, do you have
Okay.
access to
Let me
sharing?
try. Let me try. Okay, here we go.
Yay,
Okay.
there you
See
go.
it? Okay, sounds
Super
good. So
excited
this
na ako, just to let you know, Rob. I'm super excited.
if yeah, Ginger, if you have a question, we just ask it, and then we can. It's probably good if we have specific questions. But I'll just show a couple of the features here that I use on a daily basis. So
Okay.
one of the things I was saying was comments, right? So if
Yes.
you go to TubeBuddy, so first of all, if you go to TubeBuddy, actually, if you click on the link down below, it'll probably be easier. That'll take you to tubebuddy.com. That'll be Ginger's link. And you can just install it for free. So we have a free version, which has already lots of different features that you can start using. And so what you go here, once you've installed it, what you'll find is there's actually a Chrome extension. So it's like right there, there's a Chrome extension. And so I click on that. And now you have all of these, what's called quick links. And so if I go to comments, that automatically takes me to my comments page. And I can answer all of the different comments here. I can actually filter the comments based on, you know, which ones people have replied to, which ones I haven't replied to, which one has a question, which one I've liked, has links, all these things. So quick little shortcut there. The other thing that I use all the time is obviously the keyword explorer. So Ginger, what's a keyword that you like to, you know, you like to rank for on your channel?
Rank 4. Okay, maybe one of the. How about let's try fulfillment by Amazon? That's that's one of the videos that I'll be sharing with our viewers soon.
Okay, sounds good. So first of all, actually, before I go into that, really quickly, I want to show you guys trending topics. So right down here, you'll see trending, what's trending. And so you can see different topics, keywords that people are searching for that are trending. And so you can actually sort this by country.
Oh, I didn't
know right
know
now,
that.
Yeah. So by default, I have United States selected, but let's say we want to see what's trending in the Philippines. And so you kind of go down. These are the trending searches happening from YouTube, people visiting YouTube from the Philippines. And this is data that's being pulled directly from Google and YouTube through our API access. So ABS CBN franchise, of course, that's big talk. Some random things that you'll never know, right? So Umbrella Academy, for some reason, that show, Jamal Crawford, let's see what else is happening. Michael Pacquiao, I don't know why, but looks like he's trending. So there's different things that are trending, right? So if you go to click on Explore, for example, it takes you directly to this search and why, what are the different things that are happening here for this keyword. So let's go back to trending, and let's go to fulfillment.
Yeah.
Fulfillment by Amazon. By Amazon. Okay, so right away, just like if you are searching on Google or on YouTube, there's these auto suggestions coming directly from them. And so you can kind of think, this is why I always recommend, if somebody's starting on YouTube, start by doing the keyword research first before you create the video. That way, you know what is the best opportunity for you on YouTube. Because you might think, okay, well, I want to make a video on fulfillment by Amazon, but fulfillment by Amazon, if I explore that, if that's going to be my keyword, I'm guessing that, that is a really competitive keyword.
Yeah.
So you can see here that the score is poor, right? It's 16 out of 100. We can see that the search volume right here is good. There's lots of searches. That's great.
I would assume.
But the competition is red, right? Because it's really competitive. And the optimization strength is decent. But the biggest thing here is that competition is really, really poor, meaning that it's really hard to rank for that keyword. There's over 428,000 searches for this term right here each month. And so very, very hard to rank for. If I look at the results, I can see that, there's lots of big channels here. And so I would probably stay away from this. But so what happens is, naturally, the next thing I would do is go back, and just like anything with SEO, if you guys are familiar with SEO, is that you want to maybe look for a longer tail keyword. So looking at the suggestions, maybe I want to talk about, something specific within Amazon. Right? Amazon, fulfillment by Amazon. So how FBA works, let's say. So we can see here, it's a way better score, right? 69 out of 100, so way better score. The search is not as much, right? It's a little bit less, but the competition and optimization is way better. So for me, this is probably a better keyword to go after because there's a more likely chance of me to rank when someone is searching this. But that does change the video I'm creating from just a general fulfillment by Amazon to a more how does FBA work kind of video. And so now the next thing I would look at is the results, and I would kind of look at the thumbnails, right? So thumbnails are everything. It's a big part of YouTube. So because even if you rank, you want to make sure that people are clicking on your thumbnail. And so you have really good thumbnails. Your thumbnails are colorful, it pops. Like it's really nice to look at. There's faces and then, people's pictures. So your thumbnails are really good.
Thank you.
So you want to look at the thumbnails here. You also want to look at some of the titles that they're using. Fulfillment by Amazon, how FBA works. Again, this is like, there's a lot of bigger channels here. They have a lot of views, 420,000 views, 1 million views, so I would go there. So now once you've done that, let's say you want to go after this keyword here, you can start saving. You can create a list for your tags for this video. So create a new list and say Amazon fulfillment, and I click OK. So now as I go through and I start searching keywords for this video, let's say I look at fulfillment by Amazon again, and maybe let's just pretend this is a good keyword, and I can actually add it. I can add it to my list, my tags list here. Yeah, so I can just go back to my Amazon fulfillment list and add it to that list. And then I could just compile a list of tags for this video, and then later on apply it to the video when I upload. Right?
Rob, just a question. Like, what is
Yeah.
optimization strength? I mean, competition and search volume are pretty understandable, but
Yeah.
what is that?
Yeah, so this means it just represents how well the videos that are ranking in the
Yeah.
results, how well they're optimized. So are their titles, descriptions, their tags, are they all optimized SEO wise?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this one is okay. If it's poor, that means all the videos are really well optimized. It's probably going to be really hard to break into
Got
that
it.
that keyword. But yeah, good
Okay, got
question.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's just say now the next step is, let's say, okay, you got your keyword, you understand a good keyword, good opportunity, you have your list or for tags. So the next thing that I use is what's called the SEO Studio. So this is kind of like the SEO, the YouTube SEO for dummies kind of thing. So
Yep,
let's say
you like that.
you like that, right? So let's say this is the keyword. Go to action again, and then there's a option here, optimize in SEO Studio.
Okay.
So it takes you to this, which is kind of like basically what you see when you upload a video on YouTube. There's going to be title, description, and then tags. And so what we've done is we've created a tool that gives you an SEO score. And I'm just going to use my marker again. So SEO score right here, and this will change. And then you also have your target keyword right here, which is fulfillment by Amazon.
Yeah.
And then YouTube actually, I mean, very publicly tells us what are the best practices for SEO for your videos. And so we've created a checklist. And so you'll see here that all of these are pretty much checked off except for a couple
Wow.
things. And as you check off these, these best practices, then your score will change. And then what can happen here, so let's pretend.
Wow, this is like Yoast for WordPress.
It
Like,
is, yeah, that's right,
right?
that's right, Yoast. Yeah, that's right, that's the best way to explain it. And so as I change this, so let's say fulfillment by Amazon, easy tutorial or something like that, then let's change this, fulfillment by Amazon. So the score will change and kind of go up and down as you change it. So the main thing here for us to point out is that the main thing is really your title should only be 60 characters, right?
Oh,
That's something
okay.
that YouTube tells us, because on mobile, for example, you'll notice that if the titles are too long, it gets cut off. And
Okay.
the cutoff point is 60 characters. So that's one of the best practices. The other one is that your description, right here, your description should have SEO in it in the first 200 characters. That's what YouTube is paying attention to. So make sure that your first 200 characters are very much optimized for that video with the keywords and things like that. And then you can put all of your affiliate links and website addresses and stuff below.
Yeah.
And that's what YouTube's looking for. So yeah, so I'll save this basically, and then when I'm uploading, I can just apply this package
Yeah.
to the video, and then everything is optimized, ready to go.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Yeah. So yeah, I would say that that's probably the starting point of what I use TubeBuddy for. And then when I was saying earlier, TubeBuddy has over 80 different tools.
Yeah.
So if you guys go to our website using your link, you'll see here that we've got so many different features and tools inside of TubeBuddy. There's just so much. But I mean, a lot of our users will use some of them will use all of them. It just makes your life a lot easier, for sure.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of like vloggers use it for milestones, just like
Mm.
announcing that they have like 4,000 subscribers or
That's
1,000
right.
subscribers. But it was just recently that I realized that there were a lot of other features that we could actually use, like even for SEO. So is in terms of like competition, no? And like videos competing against other videos, Like, is there still a chance for a new YouTuber to make it big in this industry?
Yeah, good question. Yeah, definitely. There's always new creators coming into the scene, and YouTube itself is promoting new videos. So it's very public. If you have a new video, you'll notice that your video will have this little badge that says "new." Literally, it'll say "new," and they try to promote that for the first 7 days of that video being uploaded. YouTube's job is really to serve the best, just like Google. YouTube's job is to serve the best video for the person searching for whatever the keyword is. And so usually the best videos are the newest videos because they're the most relevant, the most up to date, right? Especially
Yeah.
in, like, for example, in online marketing, the whole online marketing space, right? So if you are specializing in, FBA, right, in fulfillment by Amazon, um, Amazon changes all the time. The rules change, Amazon changes, the dashboard changes. And so if you're doing tutorials and you are teaching something today
Yeah.
about the same topic as somebody teaching something that was like from a year ago, your video is probably more relevant. It's more up to date, right? And
Yeah.
so you'll probably get more views. So it's a very even playing field. Whoever has the best videos, quality wise, content wise, you can still do really well.
So Rob, I have a question. Like, I have a lot of content, no, but it's not it's not optimized, no, in any way, in any way.
That's okay.
So
That's okay.
should I like go back to those videos and then like try to like optimize it? Will it still have a chance?
Yeah, you can still do. Yeah, if you haven't optimized it, you can still optimize it, and it might get a new life on
Yeah.
YouTube. Yeah. So you can still do that. Yung mga ibang creators, sometimes they have may mga good videos sila. Like they still have like good search traffic and all those things, and then ina-update nila yung like yung
Mm,
descriptions and titles, and
I know.
sometimes that can hurt them. But if you have a video and it's not doing well anyway, not getting search traffic or
Yeah.
anything, then you might as well update the title, the description, the tags, and then YouTube goes in a cycle of quarterly. So usually you will see
Oh,
different changes in your channel every 3 months, because that's
got
just how
it.
YouTube works. They work quarterly. um, and so change it, but be patient. Wait a couple months, 2 3 months, because sometimes that's just the cycle that YouTube is in. It's a 3 month cycle always.
Got it. That's good to know. Here's another question, no.
Sure.
I watch like a lot of vloggers who tell their success stories. I even watched your recent video, right? So most of
Thanks.
them say that one of their videos kasi made it to the, like, let's say featured stream of YouTube, or it got discovered by a lot of people, and then yun yung
Mhm.
nagdala ng ibang videos nila.
Mhm.
And I've heard that from a lot of bloggers, no. So what are your thoughts on that? Do I just like put out content and hope that one day one of them makes it big and brings di ba, kakargahin niya yung ibang videos, or like, what are your thoughts? And ito pa, another thing, sorry, kasama
Sure,
dun sa
sure.
question ko, no. Like, in the featured, like, to be featured by YouTube, how how does that happen? Does it take a while? Because like, and how long will it take before you get discovered?
Yeah, that's a good question. Good question, Ginger. Wow, that's good. Okay, so to be featured, so to be discovered, I think it's very rare, to be honest. I think there's some people that I can name. One of them, for example, out here in the States, there's a girl named Catherine Manning. Her name, I think her handle is Content Bug. She's
Mhm.
out of the East Coast, I think New York, and she went from like nothing, and then all of a sudden, within a year, 100,000 subscribers, right? Sometimes there's unicorns like that. It just happens.
Yeah.
It's not something that you can really, there's no strategy to it, there's no blueprint to it. I think the matter of it is just putting out really good content, and on being consistent. I think being
Mm.
consistent, putting out good content, those are going to help your chances, right? The more content you have, the the more chances you have of other people finding it, the more people, YouTube sharing your content. So it's hard to have a formula for going viral or just having an explosive growth. So I think the best thing is the things that you can control is to be consistent. At least upload at least once a week.
Okay.
If you can, at least if you can, twice a week, right? If you're uploading more than once a week, then give 48 hours in between each upload, just like any social content.
Okay.
Instagram, the same thing. You don't want to be uploading back to back on the same day. Same thing with YouTube for sure. You got to upload and then let YouTube understand what that video is about, share it, recommend it to some people that aren't subscribed to you, that sort of thing. But give it some space, 2 to 3 days.
Got
And then
it.
you can upload another one. And then, just being consistent. And then also being consistent, if you're creating regularly, is just like any skill, right? You get to understand how YouTube works, how to talk to a camera, how editing, all those things. YouTube is a very much a long game. It very much takes time to build. So yeah, but from what I've seen, the people that have built really successful channels, it's something that you can really ride out and build multiple businesses out of just one channel. There's so many services, products, affiliates, sponsorships, brand deals. There's so many things that you can, get from one channel, revenue wise. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have like an idea of the split? Like how many YouTubers like earn from direct sponsorships versus like really earning from YouTube?
Yeah. There's a lot of people that don't like even take the YouTube money, the AdSense money,
Yeah.
because they can make so much more. So let's just say like you have let's say you are a social media manager, and maybe for every ad somebody watches, you get 5 cents, right?
Mm.
But then if you get a client, if you have 1,000 people or 500 people watch your video, one of them becomes a client, and they pay you monthly,
Yeah.
maybe $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 a month. That's more than what you would get from YouTube from, serving ads. So a lot of people don't really, a lot of the people that I know and talk to, a lot of the YouTube experts, they don't even run the ads because they're selling courses, they're doing brand deals, you know, anywhere from $200 to $5,000 for one video, just to mention a brand, right? So yeah, it's definitely the split is real. I mean, I would probably think I don't have the exact number, Ginger, but
Yeah.
probably a very small amount
Yeah.
really make the majority of their money on YouTube ads. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, probably no. Like with the
Yeah.
Pareto principle, maybe like 20% of them like make up the bigger share of that pie. So
Mhm.
ito Rob, for business blogs, for business
Yeah.
blogs, because it's very well, business blogs are boring in a sense, diba? Like people go to YouTube to like look for something funny, something entertaining, something light, diba? So what have you seen, are there any changes to that, no, to that behavior, and in terms of like what's happening all over the globe, like what other changes have you seen people search for? What are they getting into now? Are they like open to business blogs like mine? Yeah, so yeah, there maybe in general. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like your channel, right? It's interesting to look at. It's you've got a really good style. Even the interview now, I enjoy the interview. You've got a really casual way and style, and so I think there's more and more people that are even for myself. We don't even have cable anymore. We just have YouTube. We have Netflix.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people, the attention is shifting entertainment. I think more and more people are watching YouTube on their TVs, right? And so it's
Yeah.
becoming more and more sort of like a daily thing. And so you look at your YouTube channel as, yes, it's a business topic that you're talking about, but it's people are watching it, are going to be watching it as entertainment. They're just going to watch it just like they watch, MSNBC or CNN or, any of these channels. And so, I think it's really important to look at it that way and set up your channel that way, that your personality has to come out as well, which is, it takes time, but you do have to understand that people will watch because they're getting one of three things, right? They're either getting education value, they're learning how to, stay home and be healthy, right?
Yeah.
Your 2 interviews ago. So
Yes.
they're learning something. They're educating. They're being educated. They're being inspired, right? Or they're being inspired. They're getting inspiration somehow. Like, oh, you're sharing a story, and this is how I did this, and the hero's journey, right? I used to not know what to do, now I discovered this, and now I'm better, and I'm running a business and doing this, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So getting inspired, and then also entertained, right? The personality is very important. In the beginning, if you're starting a channel, you just need to understand that people don't necessarily care too much about your personality, because they just want answers to their question. They're searching
Yeah.
something like, how do you do Facebook ads, or how do you do Amazon drop
Mhm.
shipping or something? So they just want answers. But eventually they'll, they watch enough of you, that they get to understand, oh, this is how Ginger, she makes this joke. She's a mom, this is her story. And so then they start to get a personal connection. And that's what you want. You want to build a community on YouTube. You don't want to just be like a utility, like a resource, like a
Yeah.
commodity of like information. So, what you're doing, the interviews, there's a lot of opportunities there for them to get to know you as a person, not just somebody that knows business, but also
Yeah.
they get to connect with you. Yeah, I like this person, she's like me, I'm a mom too, that sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
And that's how you can start building a community. So then when you do have something to promote, then it's not a surprise, and they don't have a wall up, right? The guard is down, because I know Ginger, I trust
Mhm.
her, she's reliable, she's authentic, and all those things. So like know and trust, it's like business 101, but it's
Yeah.
just a different media. We're just on YouTube and videos.
That's true. I love it, Rob. I love it. Maybe what I got from you is really being patient and being authentic
Mhm.
and being really down to earth. Even if
Mhm.
let's say later on you get a lot of viewers, stick to that, no? Like being authentic, because that's what people love about you, your personality, your authenticity. So yeah, and siguro no, for our last question, Rob, like what are your tips for Pinoy vloggers who want to make this a profession? Because a lot of the things, no, like some people might test this out, see if it's for them, but it's really like they find out that it's not for them. But moving forward, like for people who really are bent on making this their profession, like what are your tips?
Yeah, I've got a few, especially for Filipinos. I think that really have a be ready for, if you want to build a business, you can build a business kahit saan, right? Anywhere you want,
Mm-hmm.
you can build a business in many different ways. If it's YouTube, if that's that, you're watching people do YouTube and create videos and have sponsors and get paid to talk to a camera,
Mm-hmm.
just understand it's a long term thing. It's not going to happen in a month or 2 months. I would definitely say be prepared to spend at least 3 months or 6 months before you say it doesn't work, right? You gotta be ready for that, because it won't happen overnight. And if you have a big spike, like let's just say, you start a channel and you have some success because you have friends or family that subscribe to your channel, that's going to die off. That's going to, that's going to pass. And then you have to then
Yes.
find strangers to connect with you and find value in what you're talking about. And so you have to understand YouTube. So the second thing is probably to be a student of YouTube and how YouTube works. If you understand how YouTube works, it's easier to play in YouTube because you know where you fit as the content creator. You know how to create the type of content that YouTube will serve to new people, to strangers. So that's what you want. And really, whatever you have, a lot of Ginger, the biggest thing people always say is, I'm not ready. I don't have the equipment, or there's always an excuse. So just remove the excuse. If it's if it's equipment, we all have cell phones. I know everybody in the Philippines has a good cell phone,
Yes.
so with a good camera. So just use your cell phone. If you don't have a laptop or anything, use your cell phone, and that's already good enough. Whatever you're going to be talking about, you already know it well. Just talk about it. Pick something. I would say that not pick a topic that you can talk about for a long time without having to be paid, because for a while you probably won't get paid, right? The brands aren't going to be calling you yet until you start building an audience. But just start somewhere. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely a fulfilling career. It can take you to many places, even outside of YouTube. Using videos can open a lot of doors and opportunities that you aren't even thinking of yet right now, because right now you just want to build a channel, but you are not thinking of all the other opportunities yet, because you're not aware of it yet. So once you do that, though, you'll be surprised. There's so many different things that will open once you build a presence online.
Nako, may naisip tuloy ako mga iba pang questions.
Yeah,
Alam ko
go for
parang
it.
I said like, this is the last question, Rob. But no, I'm so sorry. But
That's okay.
I just thought of something like for me, I'm sure no, like I think I mentioned this to you. Like when I started this channel, my main intent was really to get the word out about, let's say, starting a business, starting a freelancing career, etc. And then I stopped because I had my businesses, diba? So, but I continued blogging. So I've been a blogger for more than a decade now. And I have various platforms. Okay, so I have my blog, I have Facebook, my Facebook page, I have YouTube. So this is my question. Like for videos, I'm kind of overwhelmed. Like I don't know where to put it. I started like when I created these videos since like the pandemic started. I've been putting it on Facebook and also putting it on YouTube. But then I get the advice that, hey, you shouldn't do that, Ginge. You have to cut like your videos for Facebook and then direct them to YouTube because you earn more in YouTube than in Facebook. All of these advice, like how should I do it if I have multiple platforms?
Yeah, that's a good question. For me, so this is the way I look at it. I always look at YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, even. It's kind of like a pyramid, right? So at the top of the pyramid is, to me anyway, is YouTube. So at the very top is YouTube. So that's the full length interview or a full length video. It's 10 minutes, right? Let's say it's a video, 5 tips on how to make money using live streams or something,
Yeah.
So I have the full 10-minute video. It's on YouTube. And so on YouTube, it has the description with all the links, affiliate links, all those things. And so then the next step is then LinkedIn or Facebook, where I will take maybe not the full 10 minutes, like maybe out of 5 tips, I'll take 1 tip. It's called repurpose. So you repurpose the video to a smaller micro content. So instead of 10 minutes, maybe 1 minute for 1 tip. And then it'll just say like, hey guys, in this video on LinkedIn, let's say, what I'll post is a similar video, a version of the video that's shorter. So it will be like, hey guys, in this video, here's 1 tip today to make money using live streams. By the way, this is only 1 tip out of 5 tips. And if you want all 5 tips, go to my YouTube video.
Okay.
The link is on the post. So then you push everything up the pyramid. So everything goes up to YouTube because eventually that's really where, for me anyway, everyone's different. There's influencers building on Instagram, and that's their main platform. There's influencers building on TikTok. That's their main platform. But if for me, I've found YouTube to be the best because it's a search engine. It's owned by Google. And so it's the easiest, fastest way to get in front of new audiences and to grow your audience outside. I feel like all of the other platforms are a little bit siloed, like they're a bit isolated. So LinkedIn, Facebook, it's kind of an isolated space. Whereas YouTube, that's where most people search for questions. And so if I just make videos that answers their questions, it'll be discovered. So that would be my advice. It does take, it's something I think about all the time, is like, there's a video, but should I also put, if you share your YouTube video on Facebook, then there's no reason for them to go to YouTube, right?
Yeah,
They'll
I
just,
know.
they're watching it on Facebook. So I don't have to subscribe to Ginger's channel on YouTube because she's giving it to me on Facebook anyway. So that's always been how I look at it.
Yeah, it was hard for me, no, just to share Rob's. So a lot of people were viewing on Facebook and were not going to YouTube because I would post the
Mhm.
same content. So yeah, I made this announcement yesterday that hey guys, I'm gonna post my videos now on YouTube and not
Yeah,
on
yeah,
Facebook. Yeah, but I like that, no, repurposing, like cutting like
yeah,
specific videos and then
yeah.
like using it as a teaser so that they would go to my channel.
Yeah, yeah. Or what you could do, you could still share it on Facebook if you want, but you need to make something special on YouTube that they can't get on Facebook. So I know some creators, what they do is they'll share some videos on LinkedIn or Facebook, but they'll say, if you guys want, I only do live streams. Like they'll do a live stream,
Yeah.
maybe Q&A or ask me anything kind of question,
Mm.
kind of session. Hey guys, I'm gonna do a live stream. I'm gonna answer anyone's questions, but I only do that on YouTube. So go subscribe to me on YouTube. I know a lot of people that do that. The other thing that a lot of YouTubers will do is they have a podcast. And so they'll say like, hey guys, this is my video. By the way, I share special exclusive content on my podcast. So go to my podcast, and then vice versa. So it's as long as you can create on all the platforms, as long as you have a reason, compelling reason for them to go to YouTube for something that they can't get anywhere else, right?
Yeah.
So you can say like, yeah, this is all my videos. I have videos everywhere, but my live stream, if you want to ask me questions live, you have to go to YouTube. That's where I answer your questions. Um, yeah. So
Okay.
yeah.
So have you seen like an increase in the number of people like during this pandemic? Have you seen an increase in the number of viewers in YouTube?
Yeah.
Maybe compare it also to other sites if you have that data.
Yeah, I don't have the data for other sites, but for sure YouTube. I mean, our channel, all the channels that I'm talking to, there's some channels that lost viewers, but it's just because the type of content that they talk about. So,
Mm.
for example, there's been a few big channels that I know that are in the like job hunting or career counseling kind of space.
Oh yeah.
That kind of hasn't is no longer. A lot of the big travel vloggers that we're connected
Yeah.
with have lost, because you don't want to watch videos on like Hawaii or you can't
Yeah.
travel anywhere, right? So they've lost some viewers during the lockdown, but in general, most channels have experienced a lot of growth. Yeah.
Okay, that's good, no? I mean, that's interesting. For Filipino vloggers, is it better to vlog in ito, we have this with problem, eh, 'di ba? Like
Mm.
we can speak in English or we can speak in
Mm-hmm.
Filipino, no?
Mm-hmm.
So is it better to speak in English for because of the like number of viewers, or is it better to speak in Filipino to make it more conversational, authentic, and targeted?
Yeah, my opinion, it's probably a different answer for everyone, but my opinion is if you, it depends on your audience. If you're going after the Filipino audience, speak Filipino, right? Speak Tagalog, right? I think they would enjoy that, right? I would enjoy that. I would, and that's fine. So the way there, if you just speak Tagalog, you will be fine. If you choose to speak English, you'll also be okay. If you are speaking Tagalog only, then obviously your audience, the pool, the potential viewers might be smaller, but it'll still be so much. There's still so
Yeah.
many, So I know Philippines, for example, is one of the most highest source of YouTube traffic. Like
Yeah.
Filipinos love YouTube, you
and
know.
we are the 12th largest country in the world.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. So yeah, you will be totally fine. Yeah. So whatever you're talking, like it's a like cooking channel or business channel or vlogging channel, like
Mm.
you'll be fine. There's enough Tagalog speaking viewers out there that will that will gravitate to you. So
Yeah.
yeah, and it's totally all good.
Wow. Okay. Thank you so much, Rob. I think masyado ka nang kinuha yung time mo for
No, it's
today.
okay.
But I learned a lot. No, I learned a lot about authenticity. I learned a lot about keywords and optimizing. And yes, I will explore TubeBuddy more because I know of like some features. Even like
Mhm.
I thought I knew everything there was to know about keywords, but apparently not. So I'll explore that. I hope our viewers also listen intently and learn that there is space for you if you're an aspiring YouTuber. There is still space and you have a chance, but it takes time. It takes a lot of effort. Um, especially if you have like multiple platforms like I do. It takes a lot of effort to create like different content per platform. But yeah, keep at it if it's something that you love. And maybe what I learned from this is really go back to the reasons why you created the channel as well. So if it's something that you if it's a if your goal is like quick wins, no, that maybe this isn't the channel for you if you like if you're into that. But or like bonggang, alam mo yun, bonggang panalo ka agad that you'll get discovered and featured, diba? Maybe this isn't for you because it really takes a lot of patience and effort. So there, so I hope a lot of our viewers learned a lot today. Thank you again so much,
Thank you.
Rob. I'll put all of the links in the show notes below. So thank you. If you like this video,
Thank you,
please,
Ginger.
yeah, please like, share, subscribe, and if you like videos like this, click on the notification bell for more videos. Okay, that's it. Bye.